Everybody, it's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. I have a video today that concerns a court filing that I just became aware of that was filed in Miami, Florida. Here is the story. I'll try to condense it as much as possible. A 65-year-old gentleman suffered a heart attack on board the Carnival Sunshine cruise ship while the ship was docked in Grand Turk in the Turks and Caicos. The gentleman was immediately taken down to the medical area on the ship. The doctor tending to him immediately figured out that he had suffered a heart attack and his condition was worsening dramatically. The family wanted to know what their options were. Could they perhaps get the father, the victim, to a hospital in the United States because they did have medical evac insurance. They could get a private jet to come down to the Turks and Caicos, pick him up, and fly him to Miami. The problem is that the island itself, the Grand Turk, is very small, has very few facilities. It does have an airport, and it does have a hospital. The hospital, unfortunately, is only a 10-bed facility. It's a regional hospital. It is not able to handle cardiac issues. It is not designed to handle someone having a heart attack. Turks and Caicos, as you can see here, is quite a distance away from Miami, too far by helicopter. And so what do we do? The ship was headed to San Juan, Puerto Rico. That was its next stop. The ship left Turks and Caicos with the patient on board 2 hours later. And 21 hours later, the ship arrived here in San Juan. The problem is San Juan was recovering from a hurricane the year before, and it was a mess. And unfortunately, the patient died on board the ship overnight. It did not survive the 21 hours it took to get to San Juan. The family wanted to know if they could take the body off the ship there. The cruise line advised against it, left the patient, the body in the morgue on board the ship, and decided and advised the family, leave him on the ship until the end of the cruise. When we get back to Cape Canaveral, he'll be back in the U.S. and you can take the body there. The mother and the daughter got off the ship in San Juan, flew back to the U.S. to make arrangements. The son stayed on the ship and accompanied the father's body back to Cape Town. Had the event happened here in the Cayman Islands, there would have been medical evac units on the island, and the hospital is equipped to handle the emergency. Had the event happened here at one of these private islands that the cruise lines are now operating and building, look at all of these private islands that are being built. None of them have medical facilities that are really designed to handle a serious medical emergency. Every passenger on board cruise ships have to ask themselves, if I have an emergency, like here in Falmouth, Jamaica, am I asking for trouble if I have a major medical issue? Because 1, do I want to get medical treatment in this country? 2, can I get medevaced quickly out of here? 3, what kind of treatment will I get in the meantime? This is a question that people have to ask themselves that well, it's part of life. If you've got medical issues and you're getting ready to go on a cruise, you have to ask yourself, hey, if something happens to me while on the cruise, depending on where the ship is, what are our options? What are we going to do? You might survive the initial event, but you may not survive the next 24 hours, no matter what a medical professional can do for you. And maybe medevac insurance isn't going to work anyhow. In the meantime, the family is going to court. They felt and feel that they should have allowed their father to get off the ship and be medically evac out of Turks and Caicos. The cruise line's position is, of course, that the number of hours it would have taken to get the individual out, he may not have survived the ordeal. The facility on board the island was not equipped to handle the crisis at hand. And unfortunately for all involved, the patient died on the ship. What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear your comments on this. We're going to be live, as always, at 5 o'clock Eastern Time, Monday to Friday, and Saturdays at 2 Eastern Time. We talk cruise ships live on this channel 6 days a week. I invite you to join me. We love talking about all topics cruise-related, including topics like this. What are your thoughts? Please subscribe to my channel today. Please give me a thumbs up, hit the bell notification icon, and join me live at 5 p.m. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.